Welcome into The Voice Behind the Voice. I'm Sean Aronson, the TV and radio broadcaster for the St. Paul Saints, an independent minor league baseball team in the Twin Cities. You know what? Let me try that one more time. Welcome into The Voice Behind the Voice. I'm Sean Aronson, the TV and radio broadcaster for the American Association champion St. Paul Saints, an independent minor league baseball team in the Twin Cities. I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to get that out. Last week I told you that maybe I'd have a friend with me this week. My friend is here. It did happen. Finally. People have heard me talk about it, that 19 years as a broadcaster, and I had never had the opportunity to call a championship moment. Well, I posted photos on the Twitter account after it happened on Saturday, and so many of you reached out to me and congratulated me and shared the photo or liked the photo, and thank you very much for all the kind words from everybody out there. But yeah, it happened. It was truly magical. It was truly memorable. It was everything that you hoped it would be and more. And let's be clear on one thing, right? I never threw a pitch. I didn't swing the bat once this year. I didn't put the cleats on. I didn't steal a base. I never put a glove on. This moment is not possible without so many guys that wore the Saints uniform this year, with our manager, George Samus, with our pitching coach, Kerry Leitenberg, with our hitting coach, Ole Sheldon. Like, none of that is possible without them. And a heartfelt thank you and my eternal appreciation for all of those men that wore a St. Paul Saints uniform this year, because yes, as a broadcaster, you provide the soundtrack of a season. You provide a soundtrack to the playoffs, and if you're fortunate enough, you provide a soundtrack to a championship moment. But there is no soundtrack without those guys giving it their all. And look, it came down to us taking 2 games on the road in Sioux City. I guess when I talked to you, we were going into Game 5, I believe, of the North Division Championship Series. A game in which we trailed 5-0, tied it at 5 in the 6th inning, trailed 7-5 after a 2-run homer in the 8th inning, and then scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning to win. Jumped on a bus after that celebration, went to Sioux City, took the first game 12-3, won the second game in come-from-behind fashion 3-2, and then in the third and I guess clinching game, it wasn't the deciding game, we trailed 3-0 after 1 inning, and then made it 3-1, and then hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 6th inning to take a 5-3 lead, got an insurance run, and won it by a final score of 6-3. Celebration lasted well into the night and the early morning, probably a lot later than I was there. I was there till 5 in the morning, and the celebration was still going on. But it was. You want that moment so bad. You really do. You want it in the worst way. And for it to happen, especially with this team, the way it did, the way these guys continue to come back, was something magical, something special. And as I said on the broadcast, the magical season has its storybook ending, and it most certainly did. So I'm a little bit happier these days. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what else I have to broadcast now, right? Like, I got a no-hitter, I got a championship, and I'm not sure what else I can check off that box. But again, this feels unbelievable. There is no easy transition to this week's episode. I could have given you a new episode this week, but I wanted to pay tribute to a man that passed away within the last week, a man that I have had on this podcast, and I wanted to rerun that episode. Fred McLeod of the Cleveland Cavaliers passed away within the last week. And again, like so many of the broadcasters, was just extremely generous with his time, was extremely complimentary of me, and told me after the interview was over if I ever need anything that I could reach out to him. And so this is a tribute to him, and I hope people understand that and people find it as such, that broadcasters like Fred, that they are one of a kind. And I just wanted people to have a little something that they could hang on to, remember him by, and our chat hopefully does a little bit of that. I'm not going to give you the ending that I do here because, again, this should be a tribute to Fred, not about this podcast. So just tell you what we're going to do. JW, first of all, I'm glad that you could share in this championship moment with me. And with that said, roll the open.
The fan base in Cleveland is just as dedicated as those two cities. It's just happenstance. It's bad luck. You can call it the curse. And so finally in 2016 we removed that curse. And for generations who had never known what it was to feel like, and so all those emotions just poured back in me. And on Father's Day no less, and it was just a moment I'll never forget. And I still get choked up thinking about it. It just meant so much to people.